Hello everyone and welcome back to Make a Website lessons on Codecademy. So in the last lesson we familiarized ourselves with Bootstrap and how to implement it, how to link HTML to it, and also what it is and how it works. Basically we saw a diagram. So let's use Bootstrap grid to create a simple header with Nav Bar. So today we're going to be putting it into use. In the example code below, an HTML header element with Bootstrap's predefined container class is used. So we have class equals container, and this class container is already predefined by Bootstrap. Inside the header, a row is created by using a div with Bootstrap's row class. Again, a similar concept. Finally, the row is cut into two parts. So we have the container, which contains a row, then the row contains the call sm4 heading, and if you don't know what call sm4 is, then do make sure to check out the previous video, and the ending of it explains these. Then you also have nav, so the nav bar, and we give it a class of call sm8 and text right, and that's the name of the whole class. We give the nav bar 3 elements, in this case nav bar item 1, item 2 and item 3. All of those are in a div element, which are all in the header element. So the first part consists of the h1 or header 1 with Bootstrap's class call sm4. It will take up the first 4 columns on the grid. The second part consists of the nav element with class call sm8. It will take up the remaining 8 grid columns. So if you don't know what we're talking about when we say columns, make sure to check out the previous video, it explains it. Text right indicates that text will be arranged on the right side of the nav bar. So our instructions in index.html on the line below the opening body tag. So here there is currently nothing in the body, so currently we just have a blank web page. And if that closes properly, there we go. A row is created by using a div with wait, what? Where am I? Inside the header, a row is created. No, let's use Bootstrap's grid to create a blah blah blah. Okay. In index.html on the line below the opening body tag, create a header element with Bootstrap's container class. We can easily just copy and paste it and delete the ellipsis there. Click run to continue. We shouldn't see anything happen because we've just implemented a container element, and which doesn't actually contain anything inside it. Next, inside the opening header class container tag, create a div with the Bootstrap class row. So inside of it we want to add these. I am going to have them indented just to make it more easily findable, or that's not even a word, to be more visually pleasing, I guess. Sure, why not? Then run. So now we've added a div inside the header, row inside the container. Now we'll cut the row into parts. The first part, inside the div class row, so inside of here, create an h1 with Bootstrap's class column sm1. The content for the h1 will be the company name. You can use Skillfare or anything you'd like. I'm gonna use my channel name because that's what I decided to do. So here we go. So we're creating a header 1 tag with the class of call sm4 and closing it here, and between that we are adding the text Skillfare, which is probably going to appear big and bold like headings do. There we go. Now we see it once we run. Now for the second part of the row, one line below the h1 element, create a nav element with Bootstrap's class. So this is our first element inside of div. Now we're going to create a second element. It can be h1 again if we want to, but we're probably not going to want that again. So we want call sm8 and text right, and we want it to be in the nav, so navigation. I am currently going to keep it in one line like that, because we don't have any text in between there. If we do get text in between there, I might move it down if I see the need. Finally, inside the opening nav class, so inside of nav class, call SM8. So does it mean here, because we gave this a different kind of class? I think it does mean here. I hope it does. Create 3 paragraph elements. The content for each paragraph will be a navigation item. You could use items such as newest, catalog, and contact. Sure, why not? So yes, I do definitely want this to be down here, and I want indentation here. I will put the 3 paragraph elements right there. So now we can see that the paragraph elements are part of nav, which is part of div. And a sister, or a brother, no, it's a sister element, I think it's called, or a sibling element actually, more accurately, is the h1 element. So if we run it, we shouldn't really see much, but yeah, we just see the title, and next to it, because they are sibling elements, we see the nav bar, which is what we wanted to see. So that's good. Now we have a well-organized starting place. In addition to a header and navigation, many websites have a large showcase area featuring important content or new content. Amazon might be selling something new. I don't know, whatever there is new. GTX 1080 Ti, whenever that comes out. Bootstrap refers to this area as Jumbotron, so the most important, think of it as Jumbo, because it's most advertised, and they get a lot of money from it because it's the newest thing. Below is an example of implementation of a Jumbotron. First, a new section element is created and assigned the Jumbotron class. So this comes, I believe, below the header, because the header is going to be here, and then it's going to be the Jumbotron, which is a new section. Next, a div with the Bootstrap class container is used. Again, I'm going to indent it for reasons I have said before. So we have made a div. A div with the Bootstrap class row text center can center subsequent child elements which will contain text. So basically anything that we put in this div will be centered, so that we don't have to center it later on. Makes our job a lot easier. The ellipsis is just a placeholder for HTML elements containing text, which is why I deleted it. We will do that later on. So let's explore the Jumbotron feature by creating our own below. Oh, those weren't the instructions. Oh well. In the index.html, one line below the closing header tag, create a section with the Jumbotron class. I've already kind of done that and done that. Click run the web page browser, notice a large photo covering the main part of the web page. I definitely do. But it's kind of cut off, I believe. And no, it's not cut off right now, I don't think. But when I make it bigger, it kind of expands, and I don't really want it to stretch in this way. Or it might be shorter in this way, and I don't really want it to behave in this way. I want it to scale by its aspect ratio. Let's scroll down. So inside the opening section class Jumbotron tag, create a div with the container class, which we have already done because we were doing it from here. Don't forget to add your div closing tag, because without a closing tag bad things might happen and you might not know what's going on. To center the text over the Jumbotron image, create another div inside the container div. Give the new div a class of row text center, so that it makes our job a lot easier later on. And we will probably put our new title of the new item being sold inside here. So, I said that I'm going to do this, Michael Kakam. There we go. With a lowercase I. Hopefully. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh no, that's the title. Why am I changing the title? I did not mean to change the title. I mean, yeah, sure, the title can be changed. It does make it better. The title is basically what you see here on the tab text. Finally, add a heading and anchor elements to the row. The anchor element will have Bootstrap's BTN primary class, which will transform it into a button. So we want to add the anchor element, this one, instead of div. That's kind of annoying. It goes on to the next line. There we go. That looks much better in my opinion. I don't think that's going to be enough. No, I don't want to get code. Click run to see the element centered over the Jumbotron image in the web browser. So as you can see now we got a button which is centered in the image. So I think that we also need to do the H2 and H3 elements because Codecademy is like that and wants us to do those as well. I need to unindent this. This is indented a bit too much. And there we go. So if you'd like, replace the text between H2, H3 and A tags with text of your own choice. I might. The anchor element's href attribute pound is a placeholder for an actual URL. So if you did actually want this to link to somewhere, you could replace the pound symbol with a web page. So www.google.com. Now if we run it and click on it, it should have given me Google, but it's probably because of this. HTTP. Let's run now. And okay, it doesn't matter. If you were actually doing it, it probably would work. So let's reset that and go back. Now it shouldn't work. Good. So that's the lesson for today, guys. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask in the comments down below. I will answer them as soon as possible. Other than that, if you didn't enjoy this video, then please give me a dislike. Tell me in the comments why you disliked it so I can improve for next time. Also, if you liked it, please do like the video, give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. It encourages me to make more. And yeah, until next time guys, thank you so much for watching and goodbye.